Hello everybody, this is Mackerel Phones. Today I'm playing Kirby Mass Attack. So actually, hold on. Hello everybody, this is Mackerel Phones. Today I'm playing Kirby Mass Attack. I got this when it came out in 2011 apparently. If I remember, it came out at just about the same time as Kirby's Epic Yarn. And the Kirby community was all abuzz about Epic Yarn, but this was the one I really liked. I never finished it though. This isn't like, say, Super Mario 64 DS where I just never finished the final boss. I never even got there. In fact, I got most of the way through it, but didn't quite finish it. In any case, this I think is one of my favorite Kirby games for reasons we're going to see. So let's begin. See, there's my old file. I got to level, I don't know, 4 or 5 or however many they are, but now I'm gonna select file 2. Thanks for explaining. Oh, I did not remember this mechanic. This, I think, has so much polish to it. This is definitely, I think, one of the best Kirby games, but probably not the best, but certainly up there. You might say that, why you say that? Well, we're not very far, but there's so much, it's all these little things they do well. Including, of course, the great soundtrack. Anyway, once again, we have another Kirby game where you don't actually control Kirby. Rather, you control a thing that's guiding Kirby. So in effect, you are guiding Kirby, but you aren't directly controlling him. It is rather odd that he doesn't act on his own, like he's a trained animal that only will eat these apples if you tell him to. You'd think he'd eat everything in sight, no matter what was, being told to him. Well, thanks a lot. But you see, all those good sort of... Oh. How'd I just do that? Better ask them. I see, so that's how I did that. Well, normally one Kirby is more than enough to stop any monster. But this is an unusual occasion. Just like Epic Yarn, which came out the same year, this involves Kirby losing his normal powers. to a figure who incidentally is shaped just about the same as Yin Yarn. You know, this guy might have been able to get off with a pretty good deal if he hadn't been causing Kirby all these troubles. I forget what he's called, though. No. Maybe the reason that Kirby isn't attacking himself, he needs to be directed to, is because he is also a tenth as intelligent as he usually would be. And the truth is that, you know, he's normally pretty... Well, he actually must be pretty intelligent. He solves a lot of puzzles, over the years, so... I don't think he is that intelligent. He's not a genius or anything. Anyway, just come on, Kirby. This is another one of the Kirby games that really takes advantage of the DS touch controls for an experience that you just couldn't have with buttons. Actually, well, whatever, he's out of the way now. I forget what these little things are called. I remember that they turned up in, is a sticker in Kirby Planet Robobot or something, and I saw their name there. I don't remember it anymore. They're like turnip people, I guess. You know, I feel like I'm being a bad sport. Oh, I was gonna say I'd wait to see if the next one would attack me. I suppose they've been causing a lot of trouble, though. Maybe those ones we saw in the last few rooms were actually not the same guy, but different ones. Could be. I think I saw something up here. I did. I feel like a Pac-Man. Paku. Got the first medal. Like in a Kirby Canvas Curse, in this game Kirby collects medals. And there are quite a lot of them to collect. Oh, I see, they're spitting out those coconuts like Bonkers shoots out. Or he carries them with him. They grow in the Orange Ocean, but apparently they're natural to this region too, and these plant people, I guess. There we go. And I guess these plant people who live around here, come on, Kirby! There we go. And I suppose the plant people who live around here, I guess this means that they also grow the coconuts and use them as weapons. What is it with Kirby and getting into fights with the locals? H. Unfortunately, this does not spell out how, at least I don't think it does. I think it's just an H. Come on. There you go, Kirby. Oh, a giant turnip. What's the worst that could happen? Oh. Kirby on his own isn't strong enough, is what that speech thing's gonna tell us. Hey, Kirby, you can get off it now. Yeah, it's gonna just keep throwing down bombs, isn't it? You know it is. I get it. All the locals must harvest these, There we go. What is this gonna tell us, though? Oh, just reminding us what to do about the tree, I guess. Oh man, a lot of fruit! I'm just so used to the controls in something like Kirby Canvas Curse that I'm not entirely used to this now. Oh? It's a nice touch that it's the 1-up sound. In this game, Kirby doesn't have lives, they're just a bunch of Kirbys running around all at once, which is like an apocalyptic disaster to his enemies. But you see, Kirby, through his by eating enough, I guess, is able to, yeah, we still don't have enough, unfortunately, is able to bring more Kirbys about into reality. And that's what the central conceit of this one is the big mystery of, you know, how many Kirbys can we get? Well, 10. But little does Necrodeus realize that he has actually brought about his own undoing. Because most villains only have to face one Kirby. Here, we're facing Not sure why they're lost their color there. But here, he's just gonna be facing 10. It's also a nice touch that they sort of pile on top of each other. That's a good feature. And as you can see, they're gonna both cling to it. Just so. Soon we might be able to go back and have enough, Why are these guys gotta attack us, these leaf fellows? I wanna call them leafies, but leafies are a different monster from Kirby. One of the good things about this one is that because normally some enemies don't really even attack you. But in this one, they absolutely do. Because if they didn't, they wouldn't be, they couldn't be enemies at all, because Kirby just attacks them as soon as he touches them. And that's one of the ways I think that this is a good one, is because it's kind of not sadistic. Like, it's not about Kirby torturing monsters. Oh, we're gonna uproot a turnip. What is this, Super Mario Brothers 2? The only video game ever where you uprooted turnips? Yeah, Necrodeus is doomed. Most bad guys, they see one Kirby marching towards them, they're dead. In this one, this guy has 3. This is bad news for the locals too, who, since Kirby often gets into, violent conflicts with them. Three together can pull this out way faster. And we're gonna go back and get that giant turnip if it's the last thing we do. Well, this is not what I'd hoped to get out of here. But hey, we've come this far. Look at him, when they puff up their cheeks to spit that stuff out, it's kind of like they're being like, oh, don't make me come over there, oh! It's like, bro, I'm gonna shout so loud they'll hear me in Timbuktu. But of course, Timbuktu isn't on Planet Popstar. That'd just be silly. I speculate that these little plant people have some kind of tribal society. No, first one touches it, they all touch it. Guess we're not... That's another nice touch, is Kirby screaming like that. Oh, that poor big bird. I wonder if we'll see her again. Those little green melons, or I believe they're a kind of cantaloupe. They are very expensive. They're like ants working together like this. And I think that's only good. Because ants are great. Ants are hard workers. Actually, it's sort of reminiscent of Pikmin, I guess. Oh, hey, Pikmin demo. Let's open it. Yeah. No thanks. I'm not interested. Should I I'll delete it. Yeah, sure. I always pile up all these icons I never use. I'm not gonna do it this time. That's kind of what they remind me of. We found the gold door. Okay. I kind of wonder about what kind of consciousness the multiple Kirbys have. Do they all have the same memories? Do they think much at all, or are they just sort of instinctually following this little star? Pop them to move forward, huh? What's gonna happen? This reminds me of Kirby's Dream Land 3, actually. But they're making a rainbow bridge, which should remind me of Kirby's Dream Land 2. You see, Kirby's Dream Land 2 is about Kirby traversing the islands, the island chain that Dreamland was part of, apparently. But, in this one, we're traversing these the Popopo Islands, similar, I guess, to Popopo, the Japanese name of the real name of these places. We can't get in there, though. By the way, what's this checklist? Oh, there's something like this in Air Ride or Super Smash Brothers. Another thing that makes this one so great, in my opinion, a lot better than something like Triple Deluxe. And this once again exemplifies the Kirby series willingness to experiment, I mean. It's interesting that all these different plants happen to grow bananas, apples, and melons. I mean, I'm no botanist. I guess it's possible that these plants sort of like carry them. So perhaps, just as squirrels gather nuts, these plants gather these fruits. I mean, apples, huh? Well, as it turns out, Wispy is around here, but we're gonna get to that later. I like that little, they have a lot of these little cutscenes to almost introduce these guys like characters. But I also forget what the bonkers looking monkey is called. You know, if he would have just played nicely, he might still be alive, eating a banana. But Kirby wanted to eat that banana, and this guy had a short temper. I wonder if we can use this to our advantage somehow. Probably. Oh! Didn't land with much force, but it landed, and that's the important thing. You coming over here? I see, you can't advance unless you get them all together. So it's not like they'll automatically go forward. What's this? Well, guys, team, we're trapped here. We're stuck here. And the other ones point out that button above his head, and he's really embarrassed. He thinks, oh darn, now I look like a fool. But it's fine, because it's just him. Although, once again, I half suspect that these Kirbys are really operating without Kirby's full intelligence. So, instead of the intelligence of, an impulsive, food-loving grown-app, they're kind of just blindly following this star. Don't worry, this star is not going to lead them astray. I know we won't take out that plant, but that's fine, because we gotta get the medal. Oh no! Man, that plant is tall. And they're not giving up either. Oh, well, we got more food though. Keep getting the food, Kirby. What's this? Oh, it's like one of those blocks in Mario, except it shoots out fruits. Eat all the fruit! No, guys, get the fruits! This is important. It's important to maximize Kirby counts. You see, at this rate, we're gonna be up to 10 Kirbys in no time. And this guy's still so angry that we're eating his special fruit collection. Uh-oh. That guy is tall. And now you know why they're the blue. Now we know what the rings are for. How easy it is to lose a Kirby. It's interesting that he loses color though, and that's what does him in. Just not what I would expect, you know? I almost think that they share a collective consciousness. And I really do love the way they just sort of pile on top of each other. It's both cute and makes it feel more like, well, there's a sort of swarm of them going, you know? Because there is, of course. There is a swarm going. Nice try. Although even after we're dead, they're still hurting us, so maybe it really was a pretty nice try. Also, can I do this thing where they float along indefinitely? No, I can't do it indefinitely. I do remember that this was actually a pretty challenging Kirby game. Although I've been known to be wrong before. Now you see, this is where things are getting started for real now. Oh. Well, we just lost a whole bunch of Kirbys. Wait, we can save them? Well, we didn't save those ones, at least. So what does it mean for the Kirby cosmology that angels are real? We need to get on the other side to go through that door down there, don't we? Well, I mean, obviously the answer is yes. So, okay, Kirby, my Kirby mass squad. My Kirby squad attack. No. Come on, take it down. There we go. All slickly through the bouncy door. Oh, we had to go this way? Here's another enemy this game is full of enemies that haven't appeared anywhere else, which I think goes a long way towards making it feel more unique, and towards making these Popopo Islands feel like a unique place. They're killing so many local flora. It's disgusting in its way, isn't it? Anyway, I'm sure this key will open something, and there's not a Phanto here to make it scary, so that's good. Besides, Kirby never had Phanto, he had Two-Face back in the original Kirby's Dream Land. You see, he was called Two-Face because he looked calm, but really he was like two-faced. Pretty clever, I know. Come on, guys, get the other fruit. You gotta get the fruit, you gotta get the bananas. I ate a banana just today. I used to eat bananas every day, but it's become less common for me. Well, I think there's one way this is gonna swing, and that's the way that gravity says. Oh, well there it goes. It went rather slowly, but once it got going, it really got going. Oh, I see, it'll open this loot. Oh, what's the loot? Loot! Of course that's what it is. That's what all the loot is in Kirby Mass Attack. Not sure why one of the medals is flashing rainbow colored, though. The music is so great in this one. This is another thing that makes this one so special. The extras. Suffice to say, these are fantastic. They're mostly mini-games, which are full of references to other Kirby games. Let's check it out. This one isn't so good, but I'll try. Just hit them. They're trying to fake us out, but why are we hitting these guys anyway? I mean, whack-a-mole is very barbaric when you get down to it, isn't it? Now, I'm not sure why the little monkey guys are coming out of the ground. Like, they don't live underground, do they? I mean, I know we saw some in some tunnels, actually, a minute ago. Of course, Wispy doesn't live underground either. Although it is true that he grows out of the ground. What? Are we on a boss battle? No Gordos. One more try. Maybe that was just a lucky round. You see, though, even a simple mini-game like this is presented with so much polish and that nice music. The soundtrack of this often sounds like Mother 3 because it was done by the same composer. What a composer he is. His name is Shogo Sakai? I don't know off the top of my head for sure. Yeah, there's no Gordos at all. What's up with this? I don't know what's going on either. Boss! keep getting newer and newer high scores, but let's get out of here before Oh, I see. We can make it more difficult. So let's try level 3. Once again, you see, they really go out of their way to... Like, there's so much polish even on this simple little minigame that I think it's just fantastic. Okay, there are the Gordos. Don't want to hit the Gordo. Of course, your mind sort of learns to hit anything that pops out, and that's what makes the Gordos a risk. I wonder if we're going to be faked out by one that doesn't come out, and then a Gordo comes out. That'd be really tricky. Anyway, let's get out of here. I like the top screen, too. It makes it look like an arcade game. Another good thing about this one is there's no set order you need to do the levels. In fact, I want to say that you don't even need to do all of them, but I'm probably remembering wrong. And that sense of sort of non-linearity also adds to, makes it feel more like a big open adventure. And also the fact that they do things like have a level where it's just silent with rain. Hold on. I should have gotten that fruit that was up there while I could. Nah, no going back now. Almost sounds like something out of Link's Awakening, doesn't it? Hey, we don't appreciate that when people do that. You see how easy it is for Kirby to smash metal blocks this time around? Wait a minute. I've heard this melody before. I think it might actually be from Mother 3. Yeah. I think it does sound like this is from Mother 3. This melody, I mean. Da 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 da. I'm trying to place the song. I'm not good at this kind of thing. Oh, a door attached to a propeller. You know, a normal sight. You guys up there, you guys can get the apples. Did they? I guess. Anyway, we got a key. What's it the key to, though? Is it the key to my heart? Yeah, it was. My heart is apparently full of nothing but money because I'm a cold, spiteful miser. I'm like Scrooge McDuck. Except, you know, Scrooge McDuck is actually not such a mean guy. In the original Carl Barks comics, I mean, he's like an adventurer, right? They even wrote a fancy graphic novel about it. Not the biggest fan of Carl Barks, though, because I have no taste. What? Oh, let's go for this one instead of the spiky one that was poking out a moment ago. Wow, are we falling fast? Another unique enemy. And as you can see, the Popopo Islands are really quite dangerous. I don't know why Kirby was relaxing here. Like, this is not the place you go to relax, not where everything can and will try to kill you. At least that's my opinion on the matter. And you see these, like, see those things that are shaped like the leaf guys? In the stone? What are those? Are those skeletons? Or are they petrified, or are they statues? I think they're most likely petrified plant people. Popstar is a primitive and undeveloped planet that is, where death remains a very real and constant presence. I think I missed my chance. Yeah, I totally missed my chance. Well, that's fine. I'm not here to 100% complete this game. That's not my mission today. It was when I played it originally, but... Oh, another enemy whose name I don't know. Actually, is it even gonna do anything? Yeah, it is. Admittedly, though, we started this. And it can't hold up to the onslaught of Kirby's forever. I mean, obviously. Actually, hold on. Is that door that appeared earlier still over here? Come on, come on, come on, Kirby. No, it's still there. I suppose these must be petrified plant people rather than, you know, real plant people. It's also a nice touch that the, star sprite that I control is I think the same graphics that were used for the Warp Star and the Kirby in the Game Boy Advance games. Still take it out even though we all know what we're gonna find. More monsters. And see, also the cannon. It's a good touch that cannon is hanging from a thread like that because it explains how it was able to how it was like hanging from the ceiling. They normally don't bother explaining these things. And also the many voice samples they use for Kirby are great. And then they reach the surface where it's still raining. Their adventure began and ended in the rain. I mean, this particular day did. And so much more so than a game like Kirby's Adventure or, say, Kirby Triple Deluxe, Kirby Mass Attack feels like... How do I put this? It feels like you're actually going to places rather than just to, random obstacle courses. Like the rain, the subtle differences between levels. It's like it was in a Kirby and the Rainbow Curse. The levels feel distinct and unique. That's the thing. Once you have one Kirby, you don't have, it's hard to get back up to 10, but the more you have, the easier it is to get more fruit. These leaf people have no chance. The plant people of this island should not have been so violent. I mean, they wouldn't be if they understood what Kirby was doing, you know? If they understood that really, Kirby is here to fight, you know, the Skull Gang, which are going to destroy the planet if they're not stopped. Yeah, we missed. Oh, but fortunately the plant regrew, the sprout regrew immediately. It's really rather impressive how quickly it regrew. Well, we lost some. We got a medal, though. The cruel thing about that medal is you could have only found out it was there through trial and error. Wait, is this the Tazmily theme? It might be. Shame about the key, though. They combine so many different kinds of collectibles in this one. You have the medals, which unlock these great games, and you have the checklist, and you have your star ranking for each level. It's amazing. And the whole thing feels like such a real adventure, you know? Now, the further we go along with the medals, the more elaborate the rewards we get become. You'll see why I'm so excited about them later on. But the music player, they knew the music was great. Now, of course, if they really wanted to release the soundtrack, they should release it on CD, but they don't need to. People already uploaded it to YouTube. And I love the titles of a lot of the tracks, too. It's such good instrumentation. And we even see the Kirbys dancing like that on the top screen. It's just great, you know? It's just done. It's fantastic. Let's see what more medals we can get here, huh? It's a nice touch the way they pile on top of the scales at the beginning of the levels. I want some more great music. Darn, man. What? How? There's a way to run. Do you have to double tap? Yeah, you have to double tap to run, I see. I noticed that I had been running so far, but I wasn't entirely sure what I did to do it. Now I know. You have to run like your life depends on it, friend. It's amazing. Practically every screen gives you a new great piece of music. You see, it's getting darker in these woods. And it's a Como-like animal up there. It didn't get us, though. That predator thought it would have lunch. Instead, well, it wasn't lunch itself. It normally would be. Kirby would normally eat it. He eats his meat rare. Still alive, in fact. I can't say I admire that. I mean, I'm willing to eat meat, but, you know, you shouldn't be cruel to animals. And also, you really shouldn't, if I may say so, eat the animals that are still alive. Unless they're bacteria, which aren't animals. They're not part of the... They're not part of the Kingdom Animalia. And save our Kirby! I think we did. I think we saved that Kirby. It didn't get eaten. Why can't they get through the branch normally, but if one of them, just one, touches the cannon, they all get sucked in? I suppose it's because these being different pieces of the same being, they can't get too far apart from each other, unlike the last time Kirby got split apart in Kirby and the Amazing Mirror. Huh? It's another one of these birds. Huh? More of them. Carrying some pretty big weapons to drop on us, but we're not gonna let them get that. You know, we won't let them get to that point. Ah, it's the mum! Maybe. She must. Oh, I get it. She's doing this because she's angry about knocking her fruit basket out. That was a mistake, you know? We didn't mean to do that. You don't understand, we're doing something very important. We're saving the planet. If only you could understand. We missed. Get her! Come on! Why did I miss? There we go. Now we're really... I'm glad this tree is holding up to all this damage we're dealing to it. Actually, we're probably walking on top of several trees. The canopy, it was dark in the forest because the canopy had grown so thick. It's like it's a rainforest. Get her! There we go! And now, okay, so the canopies didn't totally hold up. She is really badly bruised now. I'm amazed she can walk after that. Anyway, what's this? I see. It had baited its web with apples as a trap? Or did it catch apples in its web? I could see it going either way. Alright, guys, go through the ring. There we go. Sounds like Sonic when he gets rings. He goes for a different kind of ring usually than this, though. Hey, guys. Wait, guys, I need to take out this spider. It does remind me of a Como, the worst thing in the world. What's in here? A medal? Maybe. Indeed, there was a medal, and lots of fruit. Get all the fruit, Kirby. There we go. We got a lot of fruits, and we got a gold medal out of it. It's like a gold medal for winning an eating contest. Oh, this looks safe. I say we bait it. I say we let them get us. Guys, pull it out of the web. I know we're heavy enough to collectively. I mean, between a lot of us, we must be. And so you're beginning to get a taste of the kind of frenzied chaos that can go on later on when these Kirbys are, embarking further on their adventure. As for, now, Necrodeus is a rather odd villain because he's so, like, in his absolute genericness, he's almost like a boring Kirby character. I mean, he's really not a very interesting villain. Which almost makes me just want to discuss what his significance is to the greater Kirby mythos. And that question is one that I'll discuss more later on. Oh, he has the rainbow medal. Kirby really wants treasure, Unfortunately, it looks like we drew another monster towards us. They are spiders with 3 eyes, and I know they're not Komos, but they really do look like them. They're probably a related species. Actually, yeah, let's stay in there and take out even more. Maybe it's one of those secret, achievement-like rewards we can get. Could be. Probably not, though. The forest may be dark, but that's just how it is naturally. So, would we have gotten this if we just went to this level, or do we have to clear the others first? In any case, these are certainly rainbow drops like there were in Kirby's Dream Land 2. I suppose that like Kirby's own home islands, the Popopo Islands are also connected by rainbow bridges. Only here, oddly enough, they're sort of within the same island. Oh, wait a minute, I get it! Necrodeus wants to eliminate sunlight, and that's why they're covering the surface in clouds. Also, maybe we did get something. What? See, a much more specific type of goal. Stage 6, Stage 7. Well, let's just do them in order, might as well. I mean, we can do them in any order we want, but... Did you hear that little opening? Did you hear that, like sort of drums or bongos or something like that? That sounds good. I can't help but feel like something of an ignoramus, though, knowing the names of none of the enemies we met. That's one of the things that makes this such a unique Kirby game, is it has such a unique roster of baddies. Oh, I want to say these guys are called Schnoz. I think they might be called Schnoz, because they're, have a big nose and they're trying to push us back. I might be mistaken. I do believe there's something in this game called Schnoz, and I think it's this guy. The issue is that, I like how calmly he accepts death. He's a true warrior. Now, I do kind of wonder why he did that, though. It's like the tragic ending of a medieval epic poem, but except it's not, because, Oh, I see what you do. But it's not like that at all, really. Because, it's just, there's not much to it. Oh, whatever, just come on, Kirby. There we go. How high up can we fly? Not too high. They don't let you fly too high in this game because they could have so many secrets hidden that way. I have a feeling there's a secret up here, though. No, there wasn't. wonder which one. I'll go... Oh, I see. Oddly, it would have been harder. Oh, it's this big schnoz. And so as you can see, once again, there's like a unique... I like how it bounces if you tap it. I like how here there's a unique theme to the level. Schnoz attacks being trapped in these corridors with them. It's one of the many marks that once again make these feel more like unique places than just a bunch of levels that are designed for us. I think good levels, like well-designed levels, should also be designed such that, come on, there we go. Should also be designed such that they feel kinda like real places, rather than something that's completely artificial. You should at least be able to sort of envision it as a real place. And I feel like this game succeeds where something like Triple Deluxe fails. It feels like a natural environment we're in, except for the doors. And this, I like this, the combat slugs too. What a bad prize. Something to kill! And here's another route that inexplicably changes. Better beware. In this form, the Kirbys are gonna are gonna harm a lot of things. I like that the invincibility candies in this one make them really big, and also angry looking. It's a nice touch in my opinion. The fact that they're big reminds me of some of those power-up mushrooms in like the Mario series. Like in New Super Mario Bros. Wii, or just the New Super Mario Bros. DS, I mean, when they get the mushroom that makes them into a giant and lets them like knock down warp pipes and stuff like you see on the cover of that game. It reminds me of that sort of thing. Oh, the tide momentarily turned there. Just want to put on a good show for you, folks. It's like how the, oh, what was that tribe? There's some Indian tribe in Florida, very famous one. In any case, in the, like in the 20s, you know, like a lot of, Native Americans, they were the most desperately poor people in the United States. And so, in order to, make a bit of money, how could we break these blocks? I guess we could have pushed the block through them. Oh, well, too late for that now, isn't it? These poor giant cave slugs don't stand a chance. I understand why all the animals around here are so violent and territorial, and why the local tribesmen are so violent too. This is a dangerous island, as beautiful as it is. But that's how nature is. Nature is brutal. You see, you often see people present nature in this idyllic, oh, you know, oh, it's so peaceful, oh, the animals are so loving like we aren't kind of way. No, that's just complete rubbish. But why is the walls moving? Oh, I see. We gotta... I'm not sure why they were moving. Is it because we were, like, weighing... Oh, it's one of those floors that sinks when we walk on it that we've seen throughout this stage. Which, once again, is another thing that might be unique to this stage. Probably not. But it's the only time we encounter... Oh, Pio. So those big spiky things are fruits, huh? You see, this stage is the stage where we're in Schnoz territory. What's he gonna do? Schnoz? Schnoz, stop it! We need our door, Schnoz! Once again, it's another thing that I think adds to this game's character, is that each stage is its own little world. We're not gonna battle a Schnoz somewhere else, or I don't think we are. Certainly not as many. Another surprise that caught me off guard when I first played it. It's Daroche! You know, leader of the previously notorious intergalactic, galactic band of thieves, the Squeaks. Anyway, I guess I should, welcome, my little friend. Or should I say, friends. I am Daroche, the captain of the treasure-hunting Squeaks. I have sniffed out a stash of riches that I must possess. Medals on this island. Would you help me collect these medals? Like that Kirby in the back who's kind of like, I don't know, Daroche. Excellent. I have a nose for gold, so I'll be trying to find the locations of medals. Return to me anytime you need a treasure tip. So now they've recast Daroche. I suppose after he turned over a new leaf at the end of the last game he was in, he decided to become a treasure hunter, rather in the vein of Wario, I suppose. Now this is when these extras here really began blowing me away. Kirby Brawl Ball is practically a sequel to the full Game Boy Kirby game, Kirby's Pinball Land, albeit with no story. Yeah, Kirby's Pinball Land had a story. You see, Kirby visited the Pinball Islands, and King Dedede had conquered them, so he liberates them. It's a nice touch that we have Kind down there as our, ally. Oh, but he's gone now. I'm not actually going to play through this too much, I just want to show it to you. We have Biospark, we have King Dedede. We have Waddle Dee things. I've never understood pinball. To me it seems there's absolutely no strategy to it. I love how smug King Dedede looked there. Unlike in Kirby's Pinball Land, here I actually got to the boss stage ever. What I really want to know is there really any kind of strategy to pinball? As far as I've figured out in my life, the answer is no. Also, they have a great boss battle music the music just for the pinball game is fantastic. And I find that just sort of unbelievable. Now, I do think it's kind of bad that the final boss of the pinball game is Marx. No, not the sociologist and political theorist, not the economist Marx. I'm talking about the one from Kirby Superstar, whose real name's Mark. But they changed it for the North American release so it would sound exotic to the American audience. The issue with that, I think, is that although it's good to see him, show up, it sort of cheapens the impact of his appearances. It's he's just a pinball boss. It's not as if we say, he has a pretty big role in the story as a scary villain. If he's just a pinball boss, well, big whoop. Oh, second ball. Well, that lasted a long time, didn't it? Well, we have bouncies, we got bouncies, we got the little monkey enemy. Oh. Well, anyway, the point is there's a lot more to it than this. I'm not gonna play through this, I never got to the end. But that's a full, 20 years ago, that would have been a full video game right there. And here they just put it in they sneak it in as a little something extra. Let's go to stage 7 first, mix things up. And so the Kirby rampage continued through green grounds. I wonder what happens if we press this button. Listen to that music. It's so different from Jun Ishikawa music, and to me is so much better. Also, I could easily imagine hearing this in the anime. Nobody gets smushed. Nobody gets smushed. Nobody got smushed. Frankly, I find these elevator levels kind of stressful because there's a sense the whole time of, oh no, we're gonna get smushed. And now we have a bit of, now the music is following a classic Kirby melody as we beat up Sorars for their precious, precious stuff. As you can see, these are unique Sorars because they are gray and dive bombed. Not this one, though. Now, we're facing another mystery here. Elevators and trees and this kind of stuff is nothing new for Kirby. But who built this, and why? Like, was this built by the local tribe? Well, obviously it was built by these local leafy tribesmen. But why are they in here? Why are they on these star blocks? Why are the star blocks here? I don't know. There are explanations for these sorts of stuff in, say, the original Super Mario Brothers, where the blocks are around because the toads have been cursed and turned into blocks. And the blocks that, like, give you stuff, I guess, are the blocks that were turned into toads, because they're helping you by giving you power flowers and that sort of thing. Or not power flowers, I mean fire flowers, which give you some flower power. A Maximato. Here it does something very different than it normally does, though, which I think is a nice touch myself. Just in case there's something in the other chutes, we can still have Kirby's to get it. You don't have to choose just one here. If this were just one Kirby, we could only choose one route, but here we can choose all of them. What's this way? What is this? Oh, it's an egg. Oh, the Soras hatch from eggs. That's cute. So I'm just trying to take a look at the Sorars. They have an interesting shape. I never knew Sorars hatch from eggs. Talk about adding to the lore. There we go. Now we know that Sorars reproduce sexually. Good to know. This is important information. Ah, just blue skies above. Oh, I see. We want to get all the pieces of the door. You see, this is a Sorar's nest kind of stage. No! Well, we're doomed. We can't get out now. We're trapped in the tree until we die. Oh, just kidding. Until we starved. Not that Kirby would starve to death. He'd just start eating the leaves. Does Kirby need water, though? Like, I was gonna say he'd die of thirst, but I don't know. Kirby is an odd being. I like this Galaga or Galaxian style effects they have for the Sorars. Can't you just imagine one of those alien bugs dive bombing an Earth battleship to that music? Well, now we're gonna be attacked by a barrage of enemy Sorars. You know, the really dangerous kind. It really is rather difficult to dodge those particular ones. There we go. Because we took out one of the cards, it was way easier to hit it that time. No. Try again. Come on. There you go. I love how it sucks them in. I really do think Kirby's less intelligent in this one. It's almost a shame. It's really kind of disturbing to imagine his intelligence being reduced in this way. We just get one new thing in the extras after another. Well, what's next? Every time you count correctly. Okay. I love the fact that they have a little icon of Kirby reading a book in the lower right. Once again, people, polish. This is polish, is what this is. It's charming as heck. Okay, how many Kirbys? We got 2. JK, it's 2. This is not such a great game, but you'll see why I'm so excited for some of them later on, when they become much more elaborate. Trying to trick me up with strawberries and leaf people. Nice try. Oh, there are 3 this time. Along with some Rockies. I believe those are what Rockies looked like in Superstar Ultra. This has so many references to other Kirby games, too. Like, using graphics from all the previous DS games. Or, I guess they don't use graphics from Canvas Curse, but I just think it's so distinctive. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They're gonna give us more Kirbys, more clutter, and less time. What's that blue thing? I want to give it a hug, whatever it is. It'd be very soft and warm, I bet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. How long can I do this before I get tripped up, do you think? I say Curtain Call's one of the lesser games they give you. By the way, what we got here? Jumbo newbie. You calling me fat? Oh, I savvy. Oh, I get it. It's not normal candy. It's jumbo candy. That's why it makes them big. Oh, other thing that's great is on the map, when they run around, they're all going, like, making, Kirby noises. I think it's one of the, it's just great. Wait, I've been to this stage. Hold on, I don't want to go here again. Let's go. Note that they have an autosave feature. But anyway, DeRoche gives you hints about the medals, as you probably guessed from his dialogue, but it just does a lot to sort of add to the game that Kirby's not on this alone. Oh, giant bouncy mushrooms. Sorry about that, Kirby. I didn't know you guys would... Whoa. What a bizarre jelly creature. It's like made out of this gelatin that... Well, there's a lot of weird gelatin dishes in the world. Japan has its own fair share, actually. Oh, I guess we'll eat some... Oh, it's gonna come back, isn't it? And it's dangerous to us. Look at those spikes on its head. Those are pretty dangerous. But it's odd that once it vomits up all its food, it dies, though. I mean, why would it die? Doesn't make any sense. I question the, the zoological probability of some of these animals. Is that a Wiggler? It sure looks like a Wiggler, but I know it's not because this isn't Mario. It's Kirby. It's also rather odd that whatever it is, it sort of it has bombs. It's carrying bombs. It's like a series of separate platforms with little legs. It's very odd. Well, there are a lot of weird animals on this alien planet. Wait, I just noticed. This one's wearing lipstick, isn't it? She was going out for a date tonight. And that's the tragedy of it all, isn't it? What? What? Was not expecting this. No! Get away from the bomb! The issue is the door and the metal were at the same spot, but oh, we got out of there anyway. Before the remix of classic Kirby tunes began playing, though. What am I gonna do? Oh, it's another one. Just kill the whole thing. Get it! Get away from the bomb! Get away from the bomb! We did. Wait, have all the Kirbys gotten over? Yeah, they've all gotten over here somehow. Persistence is how they have. The persistence of memory is best illustrated by melting clocks. I can't think of any other better way to demonstrate the persistence of memory, can you? Neither could Dolly. Dolly was a rather odd man. Supposedly, Salvador Dali was once asked if drugs have played any influence in his work, and to which he responded, "I am drugs." Get him! Get him! Get him! Get him! Get him! What else do I know about? Oh, that's a new key up there, isn't it? It's shaped like a skull. The door is right here. Unfortunately, this is not a pirate key. It's the Skull Gang. You might have noticed that the cock crowed and the sun came out, but then the Scullies left. Once again, a good use of ambient sound. That, you see, is because the Scullies hate sunlight, and they're trying to eliminate it from Popstar by covering the world in gloom. I suppose there are aliens who are doing this so that they can occupy the planet. Oh, giant flower. What happens, do they love me or do they love me not? Let's find out. They love me. Eat my children. Soon we'll overtake the world. She loves me? She loves me not. She loves me? She loves me not? Aww. I hope she loved me. She's very cute, Anyway, so I was just freezing up there for a sec because I was trying to figure out what this noise was. Now I realize, as absurd as this sounds, it's the awesome bass in this song. I'm not used to Kirby games doing things like... Wow, that's a tall one! Okay, so I'm not used to Kirby games doing stuff like having music be... Oh, that's a weird flower. Not as doing stuff like having music be dynamic enough that... Or not dynamic, I forget what the word is, but music do things like have music not play in both speakers. All right, Kirby, up here, Kirby. You done good, kid. It's another guy who's gonna cough out a bunch of bombs, but man, what are with all these bombs? Did the Skull Gang leave them around here? More likely it's the Poppy Brothers. I still don't know why some medals are rainbow colored. Yeah, I know that. We've already been through this. So these aren't just cave slugs, they're just general slugs. Kirby, you fool. You see, if this were normal Kirby, he'd know not to do that. But this is not normal Kirby. Kirby's intelligence has been severely, Oh, come on, I don't want to see it again. Why'd they have to put the bubble there? It's like setting a trap for us. I keep wanting to use that line to block attacks and that sort of thing, like this is Canvas Curse. This is a totally different touchscreen control interface, though, which I think really does make it stand out. Wait, what the? Who was that? Not sure. Oh, it's those moles. Or do they want to trap Kirby in here? Jerks. Oh. We fell right into these guys' trap. moly! Moly, you got out of the mirror world, huh? Moly wants revenge, so that's what's going on here. Moly sees that Kirby's weak and wants to get back at him. Kirby's already battled Moly's wife before, and of course Moly himself. I don't know who these guys are. I guess they're just some moles that Moly hired. What I always found odd about Moly is... Okay, they got me there with that one, putting a Gordo-like thing on their head. Now, I guess what I don't understand about Moly is... Why are his fingernails red? I always thought that was rather peculiar. You know, you wouldn't... Like, why are they red? Does he paint them? Is he a sort of effeminate mole? I mean, they go with his scarf, don't get me wrong. You see, this is something else I like. Continuity of minor characters like Moly. When Moly first turned up in The Amazing Mirror, I never thought ever that he would become a recurring antagonist. But he did! He turns up here just out of nowhere, and it makes sense that he wants to get back at Kirby after... Also, I think this is the first time we saw his feet. Wait, no, it's not. He routinely, like, leapt out of his hole to burrow down. Anyway, Moly, when will you learn that Kirby's team's the winning team? Might not make right, but, you know, for once, right's on the side of might. You started this, and you were the one working for Dark Mind back then. But Kirby just wants a friend. If only it'd be nice, we wouldn't have these, you know, we could get along, Moly. Kirby would love to just hang out with you, go out, get a coffee somewhere, go out to dinner tomorrow night with a guy knows and get some delicious, delicious broiled eel. I'm impressed with just how many levels there are in one world in this game. It is dense with content. I'm gonna have all these extras by the end of the first world, aren't I? Or most of them, anyway. Yeah, this is another one of the lesser games, although I like the music. What do I need to do? Okay. I just want to see what this is. I do really like the music. I'm gonna be quiet to appreciate it. Let's try the 60-second. It's simple but relaxing. In large part because of the good music. It's simple, I know, and it's repetitive, I know, but I do think it's charming. In any case, there's some more stuff in here to be excited about that we'll see later. I also love the music here. I'm not quite sure what to make of it. Is there an audience? It's probably just the Kirby's clapping. There are a lot of them. I wouldn't think you could make that clapping noise without hands, though. Whatever. Let's go! The music was in a different key that time, I think. Oh, we're gonna learn about water. Water is composed of 2 parts hydrogen, 1 part oxygen. Oh, we need air bubbles, okay. Makes sense. Normally Kirby is an infinite, vacuum of a stomach that's not really a vacuum, but it's full of so much air that there's no worries about running out. Here, though, it's been divided into 10, so it can't hold out indefinitely. I wonder, I never really thought about it before, but what's up with all the star blocks on Popstar? They're obviously not natural formations. How did they get there then? In the original Kirby's Dream Land, that often felt natural enough because the whole world was like this one uniform color and stars were a common motif. But now, I don't know what to make of them. Now these big stone ones are like, oh, water pressure beneath it. Oh. Once again, you're probably noticing way more cutscenes than you usually have in a Kirby game. Which I personally consider a good thing. Squishy! Squishy! Unusually aggressive in this one to accommodate the new playstyle. Nope. We did it. We avoided getting too much hurt by Squishy. Wait, we didn't take out Squishy. There's still 2 of them. There's still... Oh, wait, we took them down. I thought there were... Oh, no. I thought they were both still there, but really, there was just one. I normally don't think much of Squishy, but... Huh? This little fish. Hey, little fish. Oh, come on. I need some of that water. Thanks, fish. See you around. Don't mind, we weren't really after you, fish. That fish was relieved. It thought for sure we were gonna eat it. Now it's like, wow, I have a story to tell the other fish guys. Green apples, huh? Shaped like a power candy, no less. Or a jumbo candy. Oh, there is one. Wow. Look at these guys. Now they should be scared of what Kirby's gonna do to them. Before, they had a big story to tell about, like, all the other... Oh. We actually went too far with it. It answers the question of whether Kirby can go too far, though, doesn't it? Smash the boulder. There we go. Well, we'll see that later. I might actually go back to some of these levels to get more of the, medals, and I think I will. Back when I played Kirby Canvas Curse, I was determined to get all of the medals. Most of them I got, but some of them were pretty darn hard. And Kirby Canvas Curse, as I remember at least, really is overall a pretty darn hard video game. In a good way. Not in the, oh gosh, I hate this kind of way, but in the, this is a good, challenge sort of way. Any secrets? Yes, there are, in fact. 1. This lets you know we're getting into a dark, sad part of the ocean. Every oyster has a story, after all. One of these probably has a medal in it, which is why I want to smash all of them. There we go. I'll swim through here first, but now I'll see what's in here. Probably a medal, if I had to guess. A lot of things have died here, huh? But once again, you see... It's really moody, this place is. Not that I'd expect anything less of a grotto this deep under the sea. Oh. I saw a scary skull in the stone, but I also saw a dinosaur skull. And there's another one of those scary skulls, but what's that noise? It's one of Bowser's henchmen? But we're gonna die if you don't get out of the way, man. Yeah, there are some hammer bros. This is a random electricity bro, isn't it? No! Oh, I see. It's sending jellyfish at us. They look sort of like Master Green. I'm worried that we're gonna lose some Kirbys at the end of all this. I like that face he's making, but this guy is dangerous, however goofy he might look. We're not going to get a gold star this time around. Notice, though, that they are saving the Kirbys who are beginning to fly away, which means that the angel Kirbys are an actual corporeal presence here. Anyway, you want to move? What the? Oh, disgusting! You're eating the gas that came out of his corpse? Ugh. Oh. That clam is tall. But it put our key to good use. That's odd. I mean, I've heard of oysters calcifying pearls, but never treasure chests. We missed a medal, huh? I see. This is to just throw the Kirbys at barriers over. Oh! Does this mean the Kirbys are heavier than the door? Because they didn't go as far as it did they? Well, they're back on the surface now. After going through a deep lake. A cave lake. So, this was the level with Molly. This was the level with the caves. Well, we need more Kirbys to be on stage 8. Actually, I'll do stage 9 first. That candy looks tempting. I'm not normally the biggest candy fan, but hey, what can I say? Get the leafman! Get the leafs! Have we lost a single Kirby? No, not so far. That's gonna change by the end of this, though, believe you me. I mean, maybe I should be more impressive to say we're not going to, but yeah, we are, let's be honest here. I think it's also interesting that if one of them eats something, they will all eat it. I mean, I think that just goes to show just how much these are all the same, individual. I normally don't give a hoot about scores, but it is sort of satisfying to see it just increase like this, isn't it? No! Let's try this again. I want to go through this stage in one continuous run of destruction. Well said, kid. Kirby's actually kind of a smart aleck. Like, judging by his, appearances in manga and stuff. Not what you'd expect of him, but I would expect him to be impulsive. That much is clear from what we see of Kirby. But impulsive and smart aleck are very different characteristics. Well, Time to completely destroy everything. This is good. Oh, so you're done now, huh? Yeah, for now. But until the Kirbys eat something again, and now they've all eaten it because, like I said, they sort of are the same being. At least in some way. I'm not entirely sure how it works. Not entirely sure. I wonder where the key to that chest is. I don't know, maybe it's in those metal blocks. Like the ones that were above the path over there. It's so much easier to just let the weak one get left behind. But we're good sports, we're not gonna do that, now are we? No, because he came here on his own, because none of them are weak, because they are all Kirby. All are one, and all are Kirby. Kirby is all is one. Now what? Oh, you have the... That's a short level, wasn't it? This is another one of those jelly worms. Maybe that's what these guys could be. They're jelly worms. You know, those kind that people eat. Now, some people also eat other species of worms. For example, mealworms. You know, you cook it up in oil, stir fry it. Mealworms is like any other kind of meat, except that it's a mealworm. Uh-oh. This is a long worm. It sort of reminds me, its texture, of, what are those? I forget what it's called, but it's like this, they're like Japanese, yam cakes, we could call them. It also reminds me in some, wow, that was a twist. Well, that went south fast. That worm just doomed its planet. Kirby led a good life after he landed on Popstar all those years ago. He's saved Dreamland many times. He's made lots of enemies, sure, but he's made lots of friends, too. Oftentimes, his enemies would become his friends. Even those who wanted to hate him couldn't help but love him, in some way. But now that's all over. Now, we're all gonna live under a cover of clouds forever. Soon the lack of light will cripple every plant and every living thing on the planet will die. And with them, the memory of Kirby. But all intelligent life is fated to non-existence. All things are. This, we could say, is in a sense the universal principle of entropy. And everyone, that was the tragedy of Kirby Mass Attack. This has been Macrophones. I'll see you next time.